Welcome to Scotland's Coefficient Podcast, the podcast about Scottish football teams in European competition.
Good evening and welcome to the penultimate video this week where we discuss the European entry point for the team that finishes third in the Premiership. Tonight we're at Easter Road, the home of the team that currently sits third in the league. They upgraded their stadium last year with the Gordon family funding over £3 million of improvements. That included refitting the hospitality lounges and installing rail seating. They're one of only two clubs in Scotland that have a safe-standing rail-seated section alongside Celtic. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, third place. There's actually going to be two scenarios that we talk through here. Celtic win the Scottish Cup, someone else win the Scottish Cup. So, if the Scottish Cup is won by Celtic or any team that finishes in the top three, then this entry point drops down to fourth place. And what I mean by that is if Celtic win the Scottish Cup, then the team that finishes third get the Scottish Cup entry point. So this entry point, which is designed for the team that finishes third, that goes down to fourth. But also, if Aberdeen win the Scottish Cup and finish third, then they obviously get the Scottish Cup entry point, which is higher than this one. So this one drops to fourth place. So not sure if I've worded that the best, but if any of the top three, obviously second can't win it, but if any of the top three win the Scottish Cup, then this entry point goes down to fourth. If anybody below that wins the Scottish Cup, so if Hearts win the Scottish Cup and finish sixth or wherever, then they would get the Scottish Cup entry point, and this entry point would go to third place. Clear as mud? Thought so. Right. So where do the team start? So the draw is on the 18th of June. So like less than 2 weeks after the season finishes, because we've got international friendlies at the start of June. The matches though aren't until the 24th and 31st of July. So the 5 teams that compete in Europe don't enter in the Scottish League Cup group stages, which is one of the main benefits actually of getting into Europe. So when the Scottish League Cup's going on, which is around about this time and the week before in July, the top 5 teams that are in Europe are not part of it. They instead are preparing for